with meteorologist Julia Blanchett.
Western Colorado is waking up to a pretty cold morning and a little bit of cloud coverage. We had some mild moisture, very isolated moisture happen in the high country overnight, but now in the early morning hours there's not much of that left and it will continue to dissipate, and even the cloud coverage is making its exit. We're expecting a pretty clear, dry and beautiful day here in Grand Junction and all across western Colorado. So let's break it down, because first things first, we're expecting to get all the way up to about 44 degrees today. That's the forecasted high. This morning starts cold, so you'll definitely want a jacket on the way out of the house. It's not the nicest out there, but once that sun comes out, it will start to feel a lot warmer and I'll be a lot happier. I know I'm a big fan of all that sunshine, but we're actually getting a little too warm for our point in the year. We're supposed to be an average of about 40 degrees for today's calendar date, and instead we're at about 44 degrees, but it does get worse. Unfortunately, by Saturday, you're expecting to be at 49 degrees as your forecasted high, and by Sunday about 53 degrees. Your overnight lows will even warm closer to the 30s, and for some locations actually hit the 30s overnight, and that's a big change from where we were just at the start of the week. About a week ago, we were low in the 30s and seeing a ton of moisture, a lot of snow. Some areas even saw up to a foot of snow last weekend. So again, a really big shift from start of the week to end, but for Grand Junction today, 44 degrees. The same with the Delta area. Meeker and Colbron about 40 degrees. Same with Montrose. And for the Dove Creek area, 40 degrees as well. The Cortez area should be seeing about 46 degrees. These lows overnight, they are typically at their coldest in the early morning hours, but you're expecting 22 in Grand Junction, 17 in Delta, Montrose, and all the way up towards Meeker. Even Cortez is about 15 degrees. And looking at those 7-day forecasts, the warming trend is undeniable. We are far too warm, but there is a lot of sunshine mixed in there. So again, we have the best of both worlds, since we had a cold start to the week and a warm ending, but we'll be in the 40s for the next few days before we jump into the 50s and stay in the 50s. For Montrose, the 40s are for the next couple days, and then we'll finally get all the way up to the 50s by Sunday and stick with them for a couple days going into next week. For Delta, we do have a little bit of a warmer standing today, 44 degrees going to 46. By Saturday, 51 turns to 55. Overnight lows are in the teens and 20s, just as discussed, and Cortez is under the same exact warming pattern, clearing skies, a lot more sunshine. 40s turn to the 50s in no time.